Today we got the daycare attendant from FNaF Security Breach, although you guys are all calling it Sundrop. You know the drill. It's honestly a bit more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. There's gonna be a lot of different parts that we're gonna need to, I would say, adjust, edit, test out. I mean, it seems like there's gonna be a lot right here going on. Miitopia Make Editor, character creator, whatever you want to call it. We'll definitely make a lot of use of these spiky, let's just call it like a tusk or an eyebrow, a tooth, a fang, whatever you want to call this stamp right here that we're using to edit. We'll make use of that a lot of times. Sit back, enjoy, subscribe, and all that. Thank you. Love you. We'll be right back. I'm gonna consistently be changing the nose a little bit. The mouth we've got covered, you know, we can put the lipstick on essentially, which is gonna be all those stamps over the mouth. I did make the cheeks, these circles right here for the cheeks that we're editing at this moment. I had them as a sticker, but they need to be a mask, I believe. You're gonna see why. We're making the nose, part of it is gonna be mask, and we want the cheeks to go over the eyes a little bit, so that's why. All of that stuff considered. Alright, so with Miitopia and the makeup editor, if you want to call it that, there are certain limitations. One of those is going to be with how far you can put things essentially off the face or head. There's obviously a limit, there's a boundary. And so this is going to be really evident in the case of Sundrop with all of the little pokey triangles, the sun ray shapes. So they're going to be a lot smaller, and honestly, this part kind of sucked because like when I found out how limited, like I couldn't put these any farther than you can see right here, the triangle sun rays, I had to move everything down. Basically, literally every stamp. So it's like if you have kind of something really far off on the outskirts of the head, you know, intended to be on the outskirts, I'd say edit that first or like see how far it can go so that your spatial awareness of everything else can be put into effect after the fact. This is kind of cool though, like for some of these, you know how there's designs like in the moon part on Sundrop's face? With the moon mask part, basically, those details we can put as little stickers of these eyebrow shapes, I guess. So this is nice. I think they give a little bit of detail. They're a good shape. Nice touch, am I right? So there's a lot of shading underneath the nose that we're gonna have to work on. There's a lot of things still left, but it's finally coming together. Let me catch you again right after this little interlude. Okay, so not only is this a character, we're gonna reach the full 100 stamp limit, if you want to call it that. I come from creating in Scribblenauts Unlimited, and so in that respect, I call things a stamp by its very nature. Each one of the little pieces that we're placing down to make this character, it really did require all 100, and I definitely could have gone more if I had the ability to, I guess you could say. Well, look at all the expressions right now as I basically have reached my limit. You know, I think this is what we're gonna have to include. We could really do each one of the things a little bit differently and with more detail, I would say. Each one of those sun rays could have like another color of shading. The nose could have more. The mouth, like next to every single line for the teeth, we probably could if we had the stamp space. Again, this is under the assumption of that. You know, we could create more detail there if they gave us more pieces to place down. But we reached that 100 limit, ladies and gentlemen. Sundrop from FNaF. I do love it though overall. Please feel free to click an end screen on screen and see another one. Use the share code if you want to get this in your game. And thanks for viewing.